very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and a warm welcome to Pointless, the quiz show where obvious answers mean nothing and obscure answers mean everything. Let's meet today's players. First, we welcome Jill and Francis. You're our first pair on the show today. Now, how do you two know each other?
We went to library college together 30 years ago.
Library college?
Yes, we bonded over the Dewey Decimal Classification System.
Library college. Does it say silence is golden over the gates as you go in?
We got stamping lessons.
Wow. Why didn't we go to library college?
Oh, that'd been awesome.
We should have done that. What do you hope is going to come up this afternoon, Jill?
I'd like geography to come up this afternoon. I think that's
Geography, that's your strong suit.
Yeah.
Very good. And Francis, how about you?
I'd like literature to come up.
Wow. There we go.
I'm in a book group, so I'm hoping
Excellent.
books that we did in our book group would come up would be good.
A bibliophile through and through.
Indeed, yes.
How's that? Very good. Well, very best of luck. It's great having you on the show. And next we welcome Nina and Matt. Now, how do you two know each other?
Well, we met about 2 years ago at a Shaking Outs gig, which is my band.
I was just about to say you should be in a band, Matt.
Yeah.
You look like you should be in a band.
And we obviously did something right, because now we live together, so yeah.
The Shaking Outs.
Yeah.
You are Matt off the Shaking Outs. I can't believe it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you were wondering who it was. It's me, yeah.
Very good. And where are you based?
Well, we're based in sunny Leeds.
Excellent. Nina, what do you do?
I'm a student. I'm doing a master's in events management.
In Leeds?
In Leeds, yes.
Oh, very good. And what do you hope is going to come up this afternoon?
Hopefully something to do with Brazil, because I'm from there, so...
You're from... When did you leave Brazil?
When I was 7.
I see.
And I went to Barcelona.
You went to Barcelona?
Yeah.
And when did you leave Barcelona?
I left when I was 17. Came to London.
To London?
Yeah. So any of these three...
Hang on, how long have you lived in England for?
About 4 years now.
You speak it brilliantly, might I just say. Well, it is brilliant having you here.
Thank you.
Very best of luck to the pair of you. And next, we welcome back Andy and Ian. You were on the show last time. Everyone gets 2 chances to reach the Pointless final. This is your second chance. Remind us what happened last time.
We started very well. First round, fantastic. Bit of sports. Second round, literature. And we sort of nosedived somewhat.
Andy, remind us what you do.
I'm a geography teacher.
Yeah, you're a teacher.
A geography teacher, correct. Yes.
A geography teacher.
Not an English teacher.
Not an English teacher. I know, but still, you must have rubbed against a bit of English academia along the way. There must have been...
I actually did my English GCSE without reading any of my literature books at all, so it didn't bode well for that question.
How did you do? What sort of grade did you get? An A?
I actually did get an A, yeah, but...
Without reading any books at all?
Yeah, without reading any of the literature set books for us, so...
But also,
what can you do?
You've also just told every single one of your, let's call them GCSE students, that, that you did your GCSE without doing any of the coursework whatsoever.
Yeah, I didn't think that through.
Andy, what are you hoping will come up so you can redeem yourselves this time?
I'd like sports, really.
Sport. Ian, how about you? What would you like to come up?
Bit of music, big Doctor Who fan. Anything on Doctor Who, please.
Big Doctor Who
2 rounds
fan.
on Doctor Who.
Is this the new version of Doctor Who, or the old version, or all Doctor Who?
All Doctor Who, yeah.
Right. We'll keep our fingers crossed. Are you coming this afternoon to any Doctor Who?
Not well. He'll be unannounced if he does. He may come in from another dimension. He's not currently due, but you never know, do you?
Very good. Well, very best of luck to the pair of you. And finally, we've got Kevin and Amy. Now, how do you two know each other?
Well, as Amy's my daughter, I've known her since the day she was born.
What about
and she is the second daughter of a second son, and they're supposed to be incredibly lucky. So we've come here today to see if that works out.
Has this borne fruit?
Well, not historically.
Have you ever heard your dad say that before, or is this the first time you've been produced as a kind of...
That's probably why I've not noticed it before.
As a talisman, right, OK. Well, good luck with that. Amy, and what do you do?
I work for the council. I provide a service for homeless people, people with disabilities, admin, school assistant, that kind of thing. Pretty much admin with any part of the council.
Right, you are. And what do you like doing when you're not working?
When we're not working, we actually both partake in a Pantomime Society, which is being actually done quite recently.
Brackets, last night. You were just telling me you were on stage last night in Sheffield.
We were. For a little Pantomime Society that we both enjoy.
What's the name of your Pantomime Society?
It's FOPS. It's Frechville Original Pantomime Society.
Excellent. Will all the fops be watching back at home?
Yes, and they actually asked us to say a little something for them. So, fingers crossed.
Well, we will find out more about all of you throughout the show. There's only one person left for me to introduce. When the going gets obscure, he gets going. He's my pointless friend. He's Richard.
Hiya. Hello. It should be a good show today. We've only got one returning pair. That's Andy and Ian. Andy has got some making up to do in front of his many pupils, I think. And we've got 3 librarians or ex-librarians on the show. I think they would enjoy round 1.
Thank you very much, Richard. Well, now, we put all our questions to 100 people before the show, but this is pointless. We are after the obscure answers they didn't get. Now, what everyone's trying to do, of course, is find a pointless answer. That's an answer that none of our 100 people gave. And each time that happens, we will add £250 to the jackpot. Now, nobody won the jackpot last time, so we add another £1,000 to that. So today's jackpot starts off at £8,500. Right, let's play Pointless. Now, in the first round, each of you must give me one answer and you cannot confer with your partner. Whichever team has the highest score at the end of the round will be eliminated, so be very careful that's not you. If anyone gives me an incorrect answer, they will score the maximum of 100 points. OK, our first category this afternoon is words. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, let's find out what the question is. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many words ending in O-W-E-R as they could. Richard, I wonder what you can add to that.
Well, we're looking for any word that's in the Oxford English Dictionary ending O-W-E-R. We won't allow hyphenated words or abbreviated words or any proper nouns either.
OK, thank you very much. Right then, Jill and Francis, you all drew lots before the show, and this afternoon you get to go first. Francis, I just think this is a dream question for you, isn't it?
I'll say Bower.
Bower.
Yes.
Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said Bower. $35 for Bower. Richard?
Yeah, bower can mean all sorts of things. Bower, including a dwelling. Someone who makes bows also is a bower, another word for bowyer.
Now then, Nina.
Yeah. Mine's probably quite typical. I'll say borrower. Someone that borrows.
Borrower. No, that's good. No, I'm just saying, borrower. She's lived in this country for 4 years. She's already come up with a better answer than me. Well done, Nina. Your home score as few points as possible. Let's see if borrower is correct, and if it is, let's see how many people said borrower. It's correct. Very well done indeed. Borrower scores you 2 points. Richard?
Yeah, great answer, Nina. Shouldn't really be a Brazilian getting that, should it? Should be a librarian.
Yeah. There you go. So then, Andy, what's the most obscure word ending in O-W-E-R?
Yeah, I can think of a few. I think I'm going to have to gamble a little bit because there's been some good answers already. I'm going to go for bellower.
A bellower.
Someone that bellows.
Indeed. You are hoping to score as few points as possible with bellower. Borrower scored only 2. Let's see how bellower does. Very well done. Down it goes. Oh, very well done indeed, Andy. That's a great answer. 1 point for bellower.
Yeah, very well played, Andy. Nina scored 2, but you went bellower.
Very good.
Thank you.
That's very good.
Bellower, one who bellows. And they define bellowing as making the sound of a cow or bull when excited.
Amy.
Well, as the question was words ending in oa, I'm hoping that a different sound might help it being a low answer. So I'm going to say tower.
You're hoping to score as few points as possible with that, Amy. Let's see if it's right. If it is, let's see how many people said tower. Of course, it's right. Oh. That was quite a high score there, Amy. It was a good avenue to try, but a high-scoring one.
It didn't work.
78, that scores.
Yeah, big score. Tower. It can be tower as well, of course, someone who tows. So it's, again, one of those ones that means all sorts of different things.
Well, thank you very much, Richard. We're halfway through the round, so let's take a quick look at the scores at this point. On 1 point, Andy and Ian looking very, very strong indeed. Up 1 from that, Nina and Matt on 2. Very, very, very well done. Then we travel up a little bit to 35 for Francis and Jill. Not a terrible score in the context. And then we go up to 78, where Amy and Kevin are sitting. Kevin, you're going to have to find a really, really obscure answer if you want to stay beyond this round. OK, we're going to come back down the line. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? OK, remember, we are looking for words ending in O-W-E-R. Kevin, you're the high scorers on 78.
I can only think of the look that I gave to Amy when she said tower, so I'm going for glower.
Glower. Let's see if it's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said glower. It's right. $19, that scores. Takes your total up to 97. Richard.
Yeah, good answer, Kevin. An angry or fierce look, a glower.
Now then, Ian, you're on 1. You're the low scorers. The high scorers on 97 are Kevin and Amy. If you can score 95 or less with this answer, you are through to the next round.
The minute you say it, all sorts of words pop through my head that I'm not sure are actually words. You suddenly doubt your spelling under studio lights. So, since the studio lights are quite overpowering, I'm going to go for overpower.
Overpower. Well, if that scores you under 95, you are through to the next round. Here's your red line. Lovely and high. Let's see how overpower does. Overpower. You are through to the next round. Well done. Very good. Wow, that's a pointless answer. It adds £250 to today's jackpot, taking the total up to £8,750. It scores you nothing, leaves your total at very impressive low 1. Richard.
Yeah, very well played, Ian and Andy, and fantastic scores. Yeah, to defeat someone or something with superior force. Overpower.
Very good. So then, Matt. Remember, we're looking for words ending in O-W-E-R. You are on 2. The high scorers are Kevin and Amy on 97. If you can score 94 or less, you are through to the next round.
I don't think I'm going to press you as much as Nina did. I think I'm going to play it safe-ish, even though now I actually don't know any words ending O-W-E-R. I thought I did, but it turns out there aren't any.
Suddenly
They've all gone.
Yeah.
They've all gone. But living in Leeds and being a Manchester United follower, I get a lot of abuse for it. So I'm going to go with that. I'll go with follower.
Follower. There is your red line. If you can get below that red line with follower, you are through to the next round. Very best of luck, Matt. Let's see how many people said follower. There you are, you're through. Well done. Down it goes to 7. That's a great answer, Matt. Lovely low score, and it takes your total up to an impressive single figures 9.
Yeah, well played, Matt. Nina scored 2, and you couldn't quite follow her, but you nearly did. Not bad at all. I'll tell you what follower means if you want, but that's it means somebody follows. I'm trying to work with what I've got here.
You're doing great stuff there. Kind of alchemy. Now then, Jill, you're on 35. The high scorers are Kevin and Amy on 97. If you can score 61 or less with this answer, you are through to the next round.
Well, Francis and I are big Scrabble fans. We play Scrabble with each other all the time, and try to not only get a low score, but a high-pointing Scrabble score, but I've come up with dower.
Dower. There is your red line. If you can get below that red line with dour, you are through to the next round. Let's see if it's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said dour. Through to the next round you go. Very well done, Jill. Dour scores you 15, takes your total up to 50.
Yeah, well played, Jill. Dower, which is the act of giving a dowry. Also, it's the proportion of a husband's will left to a wife is a dower. And a Scrabble word, more usefully. Let's take a look at the... There's lots and lots of pointless answers here, and some of them are very, very well-known words, so let's take a look at a few of them. Cauliflower, pointless answer, very well done if you said that. Horsepower, again. Swallow, which can mean someone who swallows, or there's a deep-sea fish called a swallower, which is able to eat fish which are bigger than it. Because... Imagine such a thing.
How?
Because it's got a distendable stomach.
What about its jaws, poor thing?
Let's take a look at some more. Meower. Something who meows makes me miss my cats. Narrower is a pointless answer. Sunflower, a pointless answer. Some very well-known words here. Tomorrower, which is a good word. That's somebody who puts something off to tomorrow. You can call them a tomorrower. Wallflower and powwower as well. It's another lovely word. Somebody who powwows. Very well done if you got any of those at home. Some surprisingly well-known words there in the pointless answers.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the most popular answers, these ones that most of our 100 people said, the most obvious ones. In third, it was mower, which would have scored you 70 points. Then power, 76, and I'm sorry, Amy, absolutely top of the pile was tower with 78.
Well, thanks very much, Richard. So at the end of round one, the losing pair with the highest score, Kevin and Amy. Bad. You were on stage last night. It was only a matter of hours ago you were picking up gladioli from the stage, waving them. What would you like to see come up next time?
That again, actually. I'd know next time.
Well, on that note, I thank you very much for coming along, and we will see you again next time. Look forward to that very much. Great contestants. Thank you. So for the remaining three pairs, it's now time for round two. Now, obviously, only two pairs can make it through to the head-to-head, so one team is going to be leaving us at the end of this round. OK, our category for round two is television. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second?
Yeah, I don't mind. Yep, fine.
And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, our round two question this afternoon concerns TV shows and their settings. In this round, we're about to show you a list of TV shows. We asked 100 people to tell us in which UK town or city each of them is mainly or wholly set. Richard.
Yeah, we're going to show you 6 shows on each pass. The more obscure answers are going to score you fewer points, but if you give us an incorrect answer, you'll score 100 points. So there's 12 in all to have a go at home.
Thanks very much. So we're looking for the UK town or city each of these TV shows is mainly or wholly set in. And we have got Our Friends in the North, Taggart, Fawlty Towers, Boys from the Black Stuff, Inspector Morse, Phoenix Nights. I'll read those one more time. Our Friends in the North, Taggart, Fawlty Towers, Boys from the Black Stuff, Inspector Morse, Phoenix Nights. Now, as always on Pointless, you are looking for the answer that the fewest of our 100 people knew. So then, Francis, we come to you.
Right.
Do you watch a lot of television?
I do watch television, yes, but I can't remember where a lot of these were set, so I'm going to go with the one that I'm sure of, and Our Friends in the North, which starts off in Newcastle, so I assume that's the answer they want. OK, Newcastle. OK, well, let's see if that is right, and if it is, let's see how many people said Newcastle for Our Friends in the North. Good luck, Francis. Very well done. 13. A great score, Francis. Very well done. 13 for Our Friends in the North.
Yeah, well played, Francis. The wonderful Our Friends in the North from the 90s, which, of course, featured a future Doctor Who and a future James Bond in its cast.
Extraordinary.
Christopher Eccleston and Daniel Craig.
And Mark Strong as well.
And Gina McKee, who won a BAFTA for it.
I mean, for heaven's sake, what a cast. Matt.
Right.
There are the TV shows you need to supply me with the UK city or town in which the most obscure one you can spot was set.
I should know Inspector Morse because my dad's sad enough to actually have the soundtrack, but I don't. So I'm debating between Fawlty Towers and Phoenix Nights. I'm not so confident on Fawlty Towers, so I'm going to go Phoenix Nights, which I think is set in Bolton.
Phoenix Nights, Bolton, you are going to say. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many people said Phoenix Nights. It's right. .22 for Phoenix Nights. Not a bad score at all, Matt. Very well done. Phoenix Nights, 22.
Yeah, good answer, Matt. Of course, Peter Kay's show, Phoenix Nights, set in Peter Kay's hometown, Bolton. It's also Vernon Kay's hometown, but they are not related. You wouldn't know by looking at them, would you?
You'd never think they could be twins,
brothers.
couldn't they?
Yeah.
Wow. OK, now then, Ian, behind me, a list of TV shows. You are the last person to have this list, so you can talk us through them if you like. I just want you to find the most obscure one you know the answer to and tell me which UK town or city it was set in.
I know that. This is not my final answer yet. I know Taggart, I think, is in Glasgow. Fairly sure Inspector Morse is in Oxford because I think I once passed through the filming of it when I was once there. I've got a feeling Boys from the Black Stuff is Liverpool. But I think I'm going to go for Fawlty Towers. Hope the people remember the action, forgot the town, and hope also that Fawlty Towers was set in Torquay.
Torquay, you're going to say for Fawlty Towers. Let's see if Fawlty Towers is indeed set in Torquay, and if it is, let's see how many people knew that answer. Very well done, Ian. 33. Right on one score, possibly less right on the other. 33. Torquay.
Yeah, well played, Ian. You actually gave us correct answers for all of the ones on the board there, so let's see if that was the answer you should have given. Taggart, you're right, is Glasgow. That would have scored you 53, so it's, you did well to avoid that. Inspector Morse is Oxford, as you say. That would have scored you 47, so again, well done avoiding that. Boys from the Black Stuff, Liverpool, and that would have scored you 20. So that's one you should have gone for, but you didn't do too much damage. Our friends in the north, actually, the best answer on that board, Francis, so well done if you got that at home.
Thanks, Richard. Let's take a look at the scores. We're halfway through the round. On 13, Francis and Jill looking very strong there. Up a little bit to Matt and Nina on 22. Not bad at all. Up a little bit more, Ian and Andy are quite far ahead there on 33. None of those bad scores at all, but Andy, you have the biggest job to do in the next pass, so good luck with that. We're going to come back down the line. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? OK, we're going to put 6 more TV shows on the board, and here they come. The Office, Bread, Queer as Folk, EastEnders, Rebus and Torchwood. Read those one more time. The Office, Bread, Queer as Folk, EastEnders, Rebus and Torchwood. Now, remember, we are looking for the UK town or city in which these are mainly or wholly set. And you're trying to find the one that the fewest of our 100 people knew. So, Andy, you're the high scorers on 33. You're going to have to find the best answer on that board.
Yeah, I think I know 3 of them, actually. One of them is very obvious, I'm going to avoid it. And the one I'd like to play is Torchwood, which I believe is set in Cardiff.
Torchwood, Cardiff, you are going to say. Let's see if that is right. Torchwood, there's no red line for you because you are the highest scorers. How many people said Torchwood, Cardiff? Is right. 26. That scores you, taking your total up to 59. Torchwood in Cardiff, Richard.
Yeah, well played, Andy. The Doctor Who spin-off, it's set and filmed in Cardiff. Torchwood is an anagram of Doctor Who.
Nina. The high scorers are Andy and Ian on 59. If you can score 36 or less with your answer, you are through to the head-to-head. What's that board look like? Did you know any of these shows?
Yeah. I actually quite like The Office, but I've gone blank to where that is. And I actually knew Torchwood, but that's gone. Watch Queer as Folk, not a clue. So I'll have to go with the really obvious one and say EastEnders, London.
EastEnders, London. OK, well, let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many people said EastEnders, London. There's your red line, Nina. If you can get below that red line, you are definitely through to the head-to-head. How many people said EastEnders, London? Is it right? Ooh. Ooh, that is high. That, I'm afraid, scores you 93 points and takes your total up to an unbeatable 115 points. I'm afraid we will be saying goodbye to you at the end of this round. Richard?
Yeah, unlucky Nina, especially as you did so on the previous round as well. Yeah, set in the fictional London suburb of Walford, EastEnders.
Thanks very much. Well, Jill, you are through to the next round, whatever happens, but let's see how well you know your TV show settings. You're the last person to have this board, so talk us through those shows.
Well, I haven't seen, apart from EastEnders, I haven't seen any of them. I know The Office is set in either Slough or Reading. Bread, I think, was in Liverpool again. Queer as Folk, I think, is in Manchester. And Rebus is a Scottish detective, so somewhere up in Scotland. I'll pump for Queer as Folk, Manchester.
OK, Queer as Folk, Manchester, you are saying. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many people said it. Oh, wow, very, very well done, Jill. That scores you 5, takes your total up to 18. Richard?
Very good answer, Jill. And again, like Francis, best answer on the board, actually, Queer as Folk. There's also an American version of Queer as Folk, and that's set in Pittsburgh. Let's take a look at the rest of the answers. You actually took us through them rather well. Bread is set in Liverpool, of course, the Carla Lane sitcom. Would have scored 58. The Office is in Slough, rather than Reading, but would have scored 27. And Rebus, based on the Ian Rankin novels, is set in Edinburgh, and that would have scored 20. So, yeah, Queer as Folk, best answer.
Thank you very much, Richard. So at the end of round 2, the losing pair with the highest score, I'm afraid, is Nina and Matt. Nina, did you recognise any of those answers?
Yeah, Queer as Folk, as you said, there's an American version, so that's the one I watched, so I was a bit puzzled as to why it was there. But, yeah, I should have gambled, really, but...
You should. Well, you did incredibly well. Very best of luck. We'll see you again next time. Look forward to that very much. Thank you. But for the remaining 2 pairs, things are going to get even more exciting now as we enter the head-to-head. Very well done, Andy and Ian, Jill and Francis. You've made it through to the head-to-head. Now, obviously, only one pair can make it through to today's final and play for the jackpot, which currently stands at £8,750. You're now going head-to-head on the best of 3 questions. For each question, each pair needs to give me just one answer, and you are now allowed to confer. All you have to do is come up with an answer that scores less than the other pair, and you will win that question. The first pair to get to the best of 3 will be playing for today's jackpot. Let's play Pointless. OK, here is your first question. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many Monday singles as they could.
Yeah, we're looking for any UK Top 40 single with the word Monday or one of its derivatives in the title up to the start of 2011. That's according to the music website Every Hit. If the same song title has been used by more than one act, we'll only accept that song title once. There are 7 songs that have been UK Top 40 hits with the word Monday or one of its derivatives in the title.
OK, Richard, thank you very much. Andy and Ian, because you've played best throughout the show so far, you get to go first.
Difficult call. We are going to take a little risk and say Monday, Monday.
Monday, Monday. Jill and Francis, you can now talk out loud.
Well, I wouldn't say that pop music was our strong suit.
No, and I have to say we could only think of 2, and that was one of them. So we'll go with our other answer, which is Tell Me Why I Don't Like Mondays.
Tell Me Why I Don't Like Mondays. OK, so we have Monday, Monday. We have Tell Me Why I Don't Like Mondays. Andy and Ian have gone with Monday, Monday. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said Monday, Monday. It's right. 46. 46 for Monday, Monday. Jill and Francis have gone for Tell Me Why I Don't Like Mondays. What do you think? Do you think that's going to be higher or lower than 46? Higher?
I think it's going to be really popular.
Tell me why I don't like Mondays. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many people said it. Good luck, Jill and Francis. Oh! Very, very close indeed. Tell me why I don't like Mondays scoring 50, but just beaten by Monday on 46. So after the first question, Andy and Ian are ahead 1-0. Richard.
Yeah, very close. I don't like Mondays by the Boomtown Rats and Monday by Mamas and Papas, and those are actually the two top answers on the board. There are quite a few others, a couple of obscure ones. There's a pointless answer right at the bottom of the list, which is by the Britpop band Rialto, Monday morning 5:19. Very, very well done if you got that one. New Moon on Monday, a top 10 hit for Duran Duran, would have scored you 1. Monday Morning by the Candy Skins would have scored 3. Blue Monday, which was a hit for Fats Domino, but then perhaps more famously for New Order. Manic Monday by the Bangles was 41. And Monday by the Mamas and Papas, 46. And I don't like Mondays right at the top on 50.
OK, so here is your second question. Jill and Francis, you have to win this question to stay in the game. Andy and Ian, by the same token, if you win this question, you are straight through to the final and be playing for that massive jackpot. OK, here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many European teams who played in the 2010 World Cup. Richard.
Yeah, we're looking for any of the 13 European nations whose team played in the 2010 World Cup in South Africa. See how many of those 13 you can get at home.
OK, Jill and Francis, you go first this time.
OK. Right, well, my sports expert has given me a few, and we're going to go for Greece.
You're going to go for Greece. OK, well, we have Greece, Andy and Ian.
Obviously, now a lot of football nations, it's just the smaller nations, what nations made it to the World Cup and what ones didn't quite make it and fell by the wayside. At the moment, sort of tempted to go Serbia. I think I'm going to play it because I think it was the first thing that came into my head. So I'm going to play Serbia.
OK, so we have Greece, we have Serbia. Jill and Francis. Greece, let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many people said Greece for Jill and Francis. Is right. Nice, those... Oh, look at that, fantastic. Lovely low score for Greece. Very, very well done. Well then, Ian and Andy, if Serbia is right, and it can beat 10, come lower than 10, then you are through to the final. Let's see if Serbia is right, and if it is, let's see how many people said it's Serbia. It's right. Yes, you are through. Wow. Almost a pointless answer there. Serbia, just one person said it. That's a brilliant answer. And it beats 10, I'm afraid, Jill and Francis, which means after only 2 questions, Andy and Ian are through to the final 2-0. Richard.
Yeah, Greece is actually a very, very good answer, but Serbia, best answer on the board. So unbeatable. Very, very well played, Andy. Let's take a look at all 13 answers. We start with Serbia on 1, Slovenia on 3 and Slovakia on 5. Then Greece on 10, Switzerland 13, Denmark 14. Then a big leap up to Portugal on 43. The Netherlands, who were eventual finalists on 45, Italy 59, Germany 71, Spain the winners on 74, France 75 had a terrible World Cup, as did the top answer of all, England on 86. I don't recall us being there. Were we at the World Cup?
Briefly.
I don't remember it.
Now then, so the losing pair at the end of the head-to-head is Jill and Francis. Some very tough categories, particularly in this round. Mondays. Did you know any of the other ones on the board?
Manic Monday.
Manic
that was
Monday.
it, really. Yeah. We're too old.
Yeah. But then Greece was a brilliant answer.
Oh, that was Jill.
Well, we did OK. You guys just did better.
Yeah, no, Serbia was just... There's no beating that kind of knowledge. But you played brilliantly throughout the show, and we will see you again next time, and we shall look forward to that very much. But meanwhile, thanks very much for playing. Great contestant. But for Andy and Ian, it's now time for our pointless final and the chance to win our jackpot of £8,750. Well, congratulations, Andy and Ian. You've seen off all the competition and you have won our coveted pointless trophy. You now have a chance to win our pointless jackpot, and at the end of today's show, the jackpot stands at a dizzying £8,750. To win the money, all you have to do is find a pointless answer that no one else could think of. Now, we've had one pointless answer on the show today, and that was from you with Overpower. in the first round, appropriately enough, as it turns out. You only have to find one more pointless answer to go home with that money. Firstly, you've got to choose a category, and you can choose from these 3 options. Here they are. Composers, music awards, politicians. What do you think?
My impression is composers is going nowhere with us, really. Politicians, if it's very recent, we might, but I don't think so. My other impression is we don't know anything about music awards either. So, should we split the middle and go music awards? Are you happy with that?
I'm happy. You'd be going fairly solo, but I'd give you some good confidence.
I will happily crash and burn on a solo basis.
And there's a dog collar riding on this.
This is
this is
I don't know
from
about riding,
last
but yes.
last time's promise. I can't remember if that was if you got through to the final or if you needed divine inspiration for this.
I think you said if you got through to the final. I think.
And you are a mine of pointless information, Richard. It has to be said.
Let me check on my computer. Yeah, I think you said if you got through to the final.
Are you sure?
Right, on it goes. OK, so musical... While you're putting that on, look at that.
Ready for action.
Wow. Right, OK, well, let's find out what the question is. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many Mercury Music Prize winners as they could.
Yeah, we're looking for any artist or group who've won the Mercury Music Prize from its inception in 1992 through to and including the 2010 prize. So there are 19 artists or groups on the list.
OK, you now have up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers, and all you need to win that £8,750 is for just one of those answers to be pointless. Your 60 seconds start now.
Brilliant. So, do you know anything?
No.
Good. Neither do I. Elbow won something.
Right.
But that's quite popular, just recent. There was a band with X's in their names. It might have been the XXX or the XX's or the X. That'd be like 3 guesses. That would work well. Going back further in time, the only things I can think of are random people like Aphex Twin and possibly somebody like Cud.
I'm happy with your guesses. I don't know.
I'm not happy
I don't
with
know
my
any
guesses.
award winners, to be honest.
Elbow is good, but people will say Elbow.
Right.
I wish I could remember the name of this band that just won it, called the XX or the X, but I think somebody will remember them. I think the Aphex Twin either really didn't win it, or nobody's heard of them. One or the other. So we've got 3.
Cud,
and Cud just sound really good. We could have a guess at
5
Cud.
seconds.
Apart from that, it all eludes me.
I'm sorry I couldn't help you, Ian.
That's
OK, there is your minute up.
OK.
We were looking for winners of the Mercury Music Prize. I now need 3 answers from you.
OK. Elbow.
Elbow.
We are going to go for... We're going to try Aphex Twin,
Aphex
just in case.
Twin.
And we are going to try the XX.
The XX. OK, of those 3, which do you think is your best shot at a pointless answer?
If they won, Aphex Twin.
Aphex Twin will put them last, then.
Elbow, I'm fairly sure they won, but I'm fairly sure they're very well known.
So we'll put that first, shall we? You're least likely. Very good. We'll put them up on the board in that order. And here they are. Elbow, the XX, and Aphex Twin. Now then, we were looking for Mercury Music Prize winners. You said this was your least confident answer. You only have to find one pointless answer, remember, to win that £8,750. Your first answer, Elbow, you think a lot of people will know that. You know it's right.
Almost. We think it. We're 90%.
Let's see how many people said Elbow. Very best of luck. Well done, it's right. It's right, that's the first thing it has to be. The second thing it has to be is pointless, which means it has to go all the way down to 0, and if it does, you'll be leaving here with £8,750. Sadly, not on this one. Not bad, though.
Not bad.
You thought that was going to be very well known. 6 people knew that. But you knew that wasn't going to be pointless.
I think we did.
You only have 2 more chances to win today's jackpot. £8,750. What would you do with that? £8,750.
Andy?
There's a bit of a mortgage to pay. I'd pay off a little chunk. I've also been out in Africa in the summer, and there's a chap building a school out in Zambia, so I'd give a small amount to him to help build his school out in Zambia. So those 2 things, probably.
OK, Ian, how about you?
Probably, yeah, there's got to be some money going to something good out there. And then I might try and find myself a trip to see quite a few of my good friends in America I've not seen for a while.
Very good. Proper trip.
Make a fortnight of it, you know?
Excellent. Very good. OK, well, we were looking for Mercury Music Prize winners. The XX, your next answer. Let's hope nobody said that. This has to be pointless for you to win that jackpot of £8,750. Let's see if it's right. And if it is, let's see how many people said the XX. Again, it's right. It's right. The Elbow, your first answer, went down to 8. The XX, you weren't sure of the name, but you got it right in the end. Down it goes, single figures. Down it, 3!
He's done well, he's done fantastic.
Done fantastically well. Yes, you've done incredibly well, and that's all going in the right direction. We started with 8, we've gone down to 3.
This is where it goes off into flights of fancy, maybe, with Aphex Twin. I'm not sure.
But it came into your mind very, very quickly. Aphex
yeah,
Twin,
there's a lot of Mercury-nominated stuff out there.
No, you've been right so far. OK, there's only one way to find out if Aphex Twin is right or not. It is your last chance to win our jackpot today of £8,750. We were looking for Mercury Music Prize winners. You said instantly, I mean, first you said this very quickly when in your minutes, but you also said instantly that this was your most confident shot.
If they won. If they won it, yeah, maybe, but...
All right. Well, let's find out. Aphex Twin, is it right? And if it is, how many people said it? This for the jackpot of £8,750. Oh, bad luck. Unfortunately, you didn't manage to find that all-important pointless answer, so I'm afraid you don't win today's jackpot of £8,750, which rolls over onto the next show. But you have been amazing contestants, and you do, of course, take home our pointless trophy, so... This is the tough bit. Richard.
Yeah, very well played, Ian. Very good answers there. I think anybody who can name-check Aphex Twin and Cud will probably recognise some of the names on this board as well. It's a very low-scoring category, so there's lots of pointless answers. Let's take a look at a few of them. The indie band Gomez won it once. The Klaxons, M People, won it for Elegant Slumming. All of those were pointless. PJ Harvey, pointless Portishead, who won it for Dummy. That was pointless. Primal Scream won the very first one for Screamadelica. It's a pointless answer. Pulp, who won it for a different class, Ronnie Size and Represent, and Suede, who won the second one and gave their prize money to charity, because they're very nice people, especially the bassist, who is my brother.
There you are. Now, unfortunately, we do have to say goodbye to you, Andy and Ian. Did you recognise all of those? Most of them?
Yeah, knew the bands.
I recognise some of those, yeah.
Bad luck. Anyway, it's been brilliant having you on the show. Thank you both so much for playing. Thank you. Nobody's won our jackpot today, so it rolls over, which means on the next show we will be playing for £9,750. Join us then to see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.